Good morning, everyone. We're ready to start the meeting of March the 30th, 2023. Our first order of business is to approve the minutes of the last meeting. But there's been a motion to that effect.
Make a motion that we approve the previous meeting minutes.
And I'll second.
Motion and a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Next agenda item, break apart. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Every in the month. I don't have a lot today, but we do have two. We have the one of two businesses, 1 and 22, which is accurate personnel. They moved out of the county in 2021, and we also have taken out EB auto brokers. They never got their business off the ground. They got a business license and we brought them in as an account on the basis of so we have to remove them, then they actually just an auto broker, they put them in. So that's all I have from 22 to 23. I'm sorry, I don't have much to get. We'll be at the work in insurance, so it's not like
Go back to sleep, no?
I wish. I'll bring the motion to go to
I'm gonna make a motion to approve the personal property items as noted.
second. For the motion to second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's that real.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a little bit more items than Eugene had. And we're gonna start off with recommendation of approval for non-disclosure. I have a gentleman who works in the city hall. Sent over his paperwork. I spoke with his lieutenant. He's a sergeant. I spoke with his lieutenant. Verified that he is currently employed, and I recommend approval of this non-disclosure status.
But we want to put that in first. We need to get some things. I didn't think much to put that exception in.
Agree with the business service.
Motion second, discussion. All in favor, say aye. Motion carries.
Okay. Now we have some admin changes for homestead approvals and some ownership changes and along with boarding some parcels. So let's start on page 5. The first item is approval for a veteran under 62. We have all their paperwork in. Okay. The next parcel, 139-1566, should say parcel number. Also approval for their basic homestead, also your documentation is in. And the next one is tributary. The number 4, number 5, number 7, and number 8 are 4 parcels. They're over in tributary at New Manchester and been on 5 blocks. The original plat had these parcels on there. And as you know, I think some different builders maybe involved some of the parcels. They revised the map. And they eliminated these 4 parcels. They took, in one section, they took 5 parcels and made it 4. In another section, they took 5 parcels and made it 4. And in another section, they took 5 parcels and made it actually 3. They actually moved that one over to just made that 4. So they eliminated 4 of the parcels. But in the meantime, the revision was not correct. So we put them on hold. City of still put them on hold and until they got the corrected GIS and Douglasville approved the map. So we needed to go back for 21 and 22 and void out these 4 parcels. And in order to void them out, we had to take their value down to 0. So we're going to void out parcel 155-15269, 155-15308, 155-15536, and 155-15537 for 2022 and for 2021 on page 7. Okay. Taxes were never paid on these particular parcels, so we're just taking them off the books. Okay. Back to page 5, parcel 155-15367. We have an approval for veterans under 62. Page 6, we have an approval for the disability exemption for parcel 199-2557, and approval for parcel 979-18-11 for tax year 2022. On page 7 for tax year 2021 and for tax year 2020. And that is all I have on ownership changes, parcel agreement, and homestead approval.
So anything, motion or approve of the map?
Make motion that we approve, the administrative items as noted. Second.
The motion and second, any discussion? All those for aye.
Aye.
Motion.
And now we have 2 pages of residential DOE hearings. As you can see, they have been running the DOE hearings 3 days out of the week. So we have about 2 weeks of residential hearings here. We're going to start on page 9 on March 14th. That was a very good day. Even though some people didn't show up, even the ones that showed up, we received no changes on that day. Good job with my appraisers. On March the 15th, unfortunately, we did have 2 changes, and both of those changes were really large, but they're understandable. On parcel 1833516, it's the mobile home on 2 acres, where it was reduced 29.8%. From speaking with the appraiser, the owner spoke about how he was on a dirt road, he didn't have access to gas, and he was only on a well, no sewer, and the board reduced his value. We do not recommend going any further. On parcel 851529, this is a vacant lot. 5 acres. It's over off Chapel Hill Road and Brookmont subdivision. And it was, the reason they reduced this particular one is because the owner explained about there's a lot of rock over in that area, and that in order to get to the sewer, he would have to go around a lot of rock. And then, of course, reduce the value 32.1%. We have some lots over there where we have the value reduced based on the rock content of the soil in that area. So we do know about the rocks in that area.
Is he looking to still be over there on that bottom?
He probably is, but just to get to the sewer, he's going to have to go around just as large. We're going to the sewer, so we'll get a reduction with that. But I know he's still on some cars of it. Okay. On March the 21st, we had 3 reductions, and all of those were less than 10%, and those were just based on the market uniformity and the owner and he was putting some condition or something. Okay. On page 10, on March the 23rd, we had several changes, but we had one that was over 20%. And on this particular property, the house and the land is 100% in floodplain area. I don't know if you all remember the flood of 09. This house was built. Okay, man, we got people that remember that. So this house was built in 2006 before that flood. After that flood, my understanding is that they remapped or they redid the flood area, and it wasn't until after that flood that they realized that his property was in the floodplain. I don't think he flooded like a lot of people did in 09, but he is now in 100% floodplain. So we spoke with the county engineer one of our appraisers, and we asked about the possibility of rebuilding this house since it's 100% in the floodplain. And we understand from him if it's less than 50% damage, they can build it back like it was. But when it gets the 50% mark or greater in damage, it'll have to be built back to flood specifications, meaning 3 feet above the flood plain. That could be anywhere, I guess, 3 feet and higher. So I don't know if it would be worth it to build that back, or I don't know to purchase this home based on the fact that it's 100% flood. So we offered him actually the value of what he had lost. So, and it was only a 21.8% decrease in value. So we actually recommended this before we voted. Okay. So, all the other changes on that particular day are less than 10%. On March the 28th, we had 2 changes from here within just based on marketing information. And then on March the 29th, we had 1 change of 17%, and my understanding from the appraiser is that the owner, I guess, at the hearing, they felt sorry, I guess, and they ended up reducing the value. We don't recommend going any further on that. Some people can get the sympathy of the board and get them to reduce it. So this particular thing, the elder was able to get it. I just wanted to put that out there. On the parcel 192-25-174, the owners came with a speed appraisal. They presented it to us, and we noticed that it was a discrepancy in the square footage from what we had and what the speed appraiser had. And our appraiser went out to the house, remeasured it, and the correct we were up, I'm not even sure exactly how much, but maybe 300 or 500 square feet above what we had, we should have had there. So we made adjustments based on the square footage, the grade, make sure that it was uniform, and we came in with a lower value, which was still above the recommended appraisal value of 452, but the board did go with another value of 452, and we don't recommend 453. And that is all I have. If you have any questions about any of the BOE results for residential.
It's the guy that had the ownership, but he didn't suffer significant damage that he got from that. No.
He is in 100% floodplain officially in there. So anyone with that house has to have the special insurance, and then they have to abide by the rebuild. That's the business.
And then motion to approve the DOE.
We approve the DOE residential recommendations and other.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
But the first was it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Got some commercial BOE results, from page 11. First one was on March 16th. You can see we had pretty good on that one, except for the March 615, 1823, that was a practically all I wanted on Fort Riley. The rep for them, he was saying that he didn't think we have that with retail and restaurant square footage together. He was questioning our square footage on the restaurant part. So I didn't have any way to address it in the BOE hearing. So that's what they ended up going with. Was his recommended value 2.4 based on that. And we looked it over. We don't recommend going any further with it based on that evidence.
Could be revalid, 3 million.
Yeah, it was 3,282,100.
That's a private year one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The next one was March 21st. All those were no change. So those, March 28th, This is the, I guess, industrial park building, which is over across, with a 92 relocation with that. They made a reduction of 12%, 12.5% due to the location. That was the primary argument for there for being, shut down for the 92 winding for so many years. So that was the reason for that one. And the last one on March 29th was just Superior Court settlement agreements for Magnolia condos. And those were also around the same area where the Odessa industrial park is. And all that was, they were saying it affected their value. But you see, we agreed to the 16% cut from the P value, but that's how it was going to be like it. That's pretty much it.
Anything about it, to read these. I can do anything to bring them to. Executive session. On the side. Thanks, Joe. I have two responses.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Around that 2600 group today. Check in. Okay, the first one we're looking at is parcel 33.531. Got that ownership transposed. It's actually Kyle Rice. This is a new application for ag. This building inspection conducted, and he has various vegetable gardens. He has a dry catfish farm right now. That he's eventually getting around to building the pond back up. Musky down vineyards, small fruit trees, variety of trees, and a count of 12 chickens and potato beans. So he does qualify under the first term. Parcel 124-152, the Richardson Family Trust. This is a second term renewal under the wildlife of vacant 90.51 acres, Highway 92-166. Line 3. Parcel 422513, James and Elaine Searcy. Also, along with the next parcel 16, these are a renewal. They actually both should be ag. Not sure why. That was a typo on the second one, wildlife. They should be ag. They're both 10-acre tracts. One of them has a house, and they're going to be filed under one covenant, and they're in their Line 5, 582529, Jason and Crook. This is renewal for ag, and again, they're in their second term. They're producing hay. It's a house in 25.26 acres. Line 6, 72253, Everly, a renewal in the second term of timber, vacant 37.69 acres on Pool Road. 79257. Ready. This is an application update. The next line 8 as well. This was a split. Parcel set 12 was actually split out 7. It was a combination of the 31 acres, and it was split into 12, and that 12-acre tract and a 19.61 acre tract, making up the whole of the 31. So this was just nothing but a continuation of the split. Line 9, 109258. They'd be ready to renewal for 38.26 acres with Estates under her second term. And the next parcel, 109259, that's adjacent to parcel 8. These are 2 tracts under second term of wildlife. That would consist of a vacant 38.57. Line 11, 182251. Gina Strickland is an application update due to a split. She had split out 2.46 acres for her grandson to build a house. And 2012520, Gerald White. This is a renewal of wildlife, vacant 54.71 acres on Grand Road for the second term. Line 13, 216255, James Anderson is a renewal for a 3rd term wildlife. And this is a house at 79.94 acres, or excuse me, 79.54 acres. Line 14, 217257, Burkett. This is a renewal for timber. They were actually new owner in 18, and they continued that covenant, but then this is sort of considered a renewal for them since they had continued one. Even though it's a new app, it's sort of a renewal. That consists of a vacant 121.04 acres. Line 15, 2362511, Jody Lawrence McCoy. This is renewal for timber. Line 15, 16, 17, and 18 are all renewal second term timber, and they would be filed as one covenant as well. Line 19, Daniel 33522, a renewal under the ag. This is 99.33 acres on River Road, as well. Line 20, 147359, Jordan, a renewal for wildlife, has a house in 87.48 acres, 166 in the second term. 45355, Daniel, renewal for vacant 0.85 acres under the timber, 3rd term. And line 22 is 1583522, Baldwin. This is an application update for timber, vacant 22.58 acres on East Carroll Road. They also were owners that had a continuation from 2018 application. Line 23, 1883556, Joel Watson, along with 1883510 and 1883511. All 3 of those to be filed as one covenant under its second term. And then the last one, 191.358, Eddie Redding, is an application update for timber. It's a vacant 123.02 acres, and that was due to a new survey that was submitted. That's all I have.
A question, so I'm guessing there's no acreage requirement for timber.
There is not.
Okay.
The only acreage requirement is for the wildlife, and it's 10 acres.
I would entertain a motion to approve these covenants as noted.
Make a motion that we approve the covenants with noted.
I see.
Motion is second for the further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, Gabriel.
Thank you.
Very unfinished business to discuss.
No, I'm still looking into the question regarding the board equalization and the members' disqualification. We've requested from board equalization can also adopt its own rule. I know Adrian, sometimes they do certain policies. So we're just checking to see if they have anything. Because right now, under the Georgia statutes and the rules and regulations, all of the disqualification rules have to do with disqualifying a member from hearing an appeal. And none of the disqualification has to do with employment or restricting what a member can do outside of when they're not actually sitting on a panel. But I am still looking into it, and I'll give you more information at the next meeting.
Thank you.
But our chief of primary like to make it comments.
Certainly. The first thing I would like to say is that we welcome our new staff and percentages here. So,
Hello.
well, you can go ahead and just introduce yourself, just give a little background.
Hi everyone, my name's Kristen. I've been doing pre-appraising for the past 2 years. Usually from Boston, Massachusetts. That's
And we're about in Boston or around Boston?
Boston,
Right in Boston.
in Boston.
Okay.
So how long have you been down here? I've been over here over 10 years.
Right? How do you like Georgia?
I like Georgia a lot. What? Very green.
Assessors?
Well, great head.
So, like I said, this is our board, our chairman, and I report to this board, and they're responsible for everything that we do. And I don't know if you want to introduce yourself.
I'm Paul, aka POD. I grew up here in Scandal, been here almost, I've been here for 53 years now. I'm basically still on the same piece of property I grew up on. So I talk kind of funny because of that. I know. And the work that you guys do is incredibly important. I didn't realize that until I was appointed to the board, but it's important. We'll support you as much as we can, and occasionally we'll try to ask an educated question. But that's about it. But we're here to support you, and you can reciprocate for us. That we would appreciate that. Thank you. And this is Mr. Paul.
Yes, all Vegas. I've been in for the city. I like to work at the
Bristol Clark, I guess. I've been here about 17 years. Lived in Boston for for about a year. Enjoyed it. I was there during the storm of '78. Crazy. And we appreciate it.
I'm Martin Raxton. I have been in Douglasville since 1994, originally from beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. And I enjoy the weather down here as well. So welcome, and look forward to working with you and the way.
And I'm Meredith Tran, and the attorney for the board, and I've been in Georgia for about 7 years. You too.
Great to have you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so I really appreciate this board, and they support us, and we need to reciprocate. I just updates with the so she is filling the one vacancy, but the vacancies that are key, which is to get some already seasoned appraisal. Still no applications. So I've had discussions with GMAS and the enterprise assessment. That's the new name for Canada, enterprise assessment. And both parties are supposed to be furnishing proposals based on a scope of work and deliverables that what they can provide for us based on what I told them that we will be. So we did vote, and I'll present to this board so we can have a decision on to the board of commissioners. But nothing yet, but it's time is of the essence, so, and they know that. Apart from that, nothing new. It's business as usual. We are trying to get the notices out early this year. The statutory deadline for July 1st. Well, working to get it out early. But working with these two companies to see what we can. That's pretty much it. I know Meredith has been very busy. It's been a lot of legal negotiation, appeals, furthering appeal to the Superior Court and so on. But we're getting there. Thanks again for the support of the board. And as you know, we do have our full complement of the company. Yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it from my side. And I'm sure you're in conflict.
Well, I did you do have an open position.
We still have two open positions. We have one senior appraiser for personal property and a senior appraiser for real property. Yes. So we have a disconnect in both departments. We have the deputy chief appraiser and then an appraiser. But Joey is our appraiser 3, but then so we need that person. And if Eugene is out, God forbid, we need that person.
You just not allowed to take tempo.
And ideally, I would love to have a backup for our commercial appraiser. But we have only one commercial appraiser. That's not the ideal setup. Yeah,
I'm sure you're gonna keep working on it.
absolutely. So with that, that's it from my desk.
If your friends in the quick debate next week. It could be April 11th or it could be April 12th. I'll probably do that. Yeah.
I can do it instead of 12. So I have to do that.
Well, the 12th begins. And a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion that we adjourn this.
The motion second, all in favor, say aye. Motion passed. Give it to Jeff. He can take us all for the minute.